Hey guys, it's me, Mr.250, and welcome back to Nier Automata. We've got to get some repairs done today, so hopefully we can hobble our way over there and get them done. We'll run when we can, and hobble when we can't. This feels vaguely familiar, doesn't it? This is pretty much exactly what 2B did. Minus the lack of maintenance. Ooh. My frame rate just tanked right there. That was cool. Alright, so good to know Pod's still fine. So if we have to defend ourselves, we have limited defensive capabilities. I know it's made by the same people, but this track reminds me a lot of a track from Drakengard 3. I can't remember what it's called. And to be perfectly honest, I don't remember a lot about Drakengard 3. I remembered more about it back when I played Nier. But not so much right now. It's been a while. And I never actually played Drakengard 3. I watched someone else play it, so it's like a second-hand account of the game. But I do remember that while there were a number of really awesome fast-paced tracks, there were a number really slow ones like these. Which are really nice, and this reminds me a lot of tracks from that game. Excellent. I tried to dodge. It was too late. Nice. I like the part where your guy suicides. That's cool. I don't know, just something I was thinking about, I guess. They're made by the same people. So, and they're, I think, if I remember right, actually, yeah, it's one of the endings of the original Drakengard is in this universe. One of the endings of the original Drakengard is in the universe that this is in one of the endings of. Help, robot friends.
Oh dear. What happened to you?
Wounded in
I killed the
battle.
robots.
NFCS not functioning.
I'm amazed you were even able to drag yourself here. This is gonna take a bit, so just hang tight.
I
This
don't
is
have a
terrible.
bit. I gotta kill the
Your motor
robots.
cortex is full of holes. I can't believe you even managed to walk here.
I gotta kill the robots.
All right, you're all good. 9S.
Well, that was
I need you to
convenient.
promise me something. Don't die alone. I don't think 2B would want that either.
I know.
Well, since I did, I think I had made a bunch of money last time, if I remember right. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get a bunch of chips fused, so give me a moment again. Or I would if the shopkeeper was still here. He's normally right over here, and he's gone now. I'm not gonna bother with it, it's okay. I'll keep all that money for myself.
Pod, mark the next resource recovery unit on the map.
Affirmative.
Alright, so which one's next? It's at the park. Alright, well let's quick travel there. Cut out some travel time here. This will get me somewhere near there anyway. I think this gets me near the big circle-y thing. But, you know, we can at least figure out where to go from there. You know, the big circle-y thing. I don't know things. Okay, it looks... Yeah, it's right there. Looks like we need to go back up front. These zombies are still a bit freaky. Shopkeeper robot's still here. You can still buy random stuff off him. There was definitely a flower down here, now it's gone. I wonder if that has some importance. I feel like it does. That seems like too significant of a thing to not have importance, right? In my opinion. Oh. That just seems far too important. I'm almost positive that's important for something.
Hello. This is the Resource Recovery Unit. Now activating defense mode.
Over and over.
Alright, I was talking before about how the music was really good in this section and it was kind of creepy. But by slowing it down and making it slightly music boxy like this, it's even creepier, really. I don't know about that robot guy, he's not creepy, but the music is, definitely. Hey, Pod, start translating.
That language again.
This reads God box.
God, huh? What are these machines doing talking about gods?
Gods! Stupid machines don't know anything! So we had Flesh Box, Soul Box, and God Box. If I'm going with my previous logic, are they collecting gods? I'm trying to figure out how to translate that, like, into, you know, into something understandable. I don't quite get it right off.
Pod, why did the machines attack Pascal's village? Aren't they all the same?
Unknown.
Well, aren't you helpful?
Proposal. Unit A2 should gather further data on the current state of machine life.
Hello, and thank you for choosing Capital System Services.
Huh?
We've got some very exciting news for everyone today. There's only one lock left to be moved on the tower stuff. And in order to repay you for your faithful patronage, whoever dismantles the final substance will earn a special prize. Good luck!
The hell was that?
Large structural unit of machine life form origin activated to the east.
A large what now? What the heck is going on around here?
Unknown.
Well, let's go check out this large structural unit.
I don't see it right off. It says it's this way, which means... That's like Pascal's village, right? No, it's telling... I think it's telling me to go to the park ruins. It's Popola's errand. Park ruins. Okay, is there a vending machine near me? There's one over this way, I think. Getting actively beat up at the moment. So they're going to run into each other. So anyway, like I was saying, I'm trying to translate what all these mean into possibilities. My previous logic was that Fleshbox was collecting flesh, except for, because we're talking about robots here, it's collecting metal parts, and it had me fight physical robots. Soulbox, I was saying, it was collecting memories, maybe? If you relate that to what 9S was dealing with his memories being taken or something like that. And you had to fight memory-wise. I did not want to move forward yet. I'm still talking. Anyway, Godbox. What would be considered gods? There's a couple options. I'm going to pause it really quick so I can finish my thought here. Gods could be androids. Gods could be humans. You know, especially if you consider what Adam and Eve were talking about. It could also be considered machines in some way. I don't really get it, but that line of thinking is making me think maybe the androids are being drawn together. And, like, because I almost feel like it's androids, and, like, we're going to be fighting other androids here. That's kind of what I'm guessing.
Alert.
No idea if that's
Excessive
right.
combat activity will put unacceptable strain on your body.
Shut up!
Negative.
Shut up, robot
The support
friend.
unit is assigned to Yorha Unit 9S. As such, being concerned for said unit's well-being is a requirement.
Whatever.
Hey, robots! Do it, I dare you. Come on. That was gonna be really cool. That was gonna be really cool and you ruined it all. I mean, it's like I said before, it's a resource collection unit. And if it's called Godbox, it makes me think it's collecting gods, right? That's not what I wanted to do, but okay. Even if my thoughts behind the other stuff is wrong, I'm pretty sure my thoughts behind it collecting gods, like the box being part of the collection thing, and that this is designed to collect gods, I'm almost positive that's right. As for what is considered gods, that's what I'm kind of curious about. But I feel like it might be androids. But I could see it being humans, is the other thing. Or no, wait, there were aliens too, right? And the aliens got wiped out? Maybe Godbox has something to do with the aliens. Maybe. I'm kind of like guessing at this point, though. I don't really have any concrete proof on any of this. Okay. But I'm pretty sure it's collecting gods in some way. I think that's a little bit more effective. It's much more accurate on locked-on enemies. Yeah, that's much more accurate on targeted enemies than our regular attack is. So I'm done with them. Get off your stupid TIE platform. Okay. I mean, I'd be curious to see if I was right. If I am dead right, I guess don't tell me. You know, because I don't know if I want that kind of power. But I do want to have the ability at some point to say I was right. I reserve that at the very least. So look at that inaccuracy when you're targeting at any decent range on small enemies. Not sure how I feel about all this ranged weaponry on top of boxes. It's just a little bit tedious, I feel. Also, I gotta say, while I get annoyed, I'm still, annoyed about how I have to keep, reinstalling software to get this game to run. I have more or less gotten it down to a reasonable science. Like any good science, I don't have it completely down. But I've got it down enough that I know reliably how to deal with getting the game to run, 90% of the time. And if it doesn't work, then do it again, basically, is what it turns into, and then it works usually the second time. They love these things, don't they? Well, that was a different one then, it looks like. Got a clean nut. Thank goodness. I feel like these enemies just aren't very exciting to fight. Oh God, the whole room's moving. I don't like this. I don't like this whole enemies on platforms thing. It's very boring. Look at this. Just stop that. Stop your floating. Rotating android bodies. Now, I have so much faith in my hypothesis, I guess is the best way to put that. But it's entirely possible. That just killed me? Oh, we're gonna have a bad day. Oh, we're gonna have a bad day. Anyway, as I was saying, I've got so much faith in my hypothesis, and I might just be dead wrong about the whole, collecting thing. I don't even know. But I do like my thing. I don't like this. Alright, welcome back, guys. May have been just a short bit for you, but since my last recorded bit, it's been about an hour. You might ask, why has it been an hour when I'm only about something like 20 odd minutes into the video? Well, I actually played for about another hour. Upon trying to get back to this point, I crashed the first time, and my fatal mistake was not realizing that I forgot to restart the recording software. I know, right? So, unfortunately, that means there's about an hour-ish or so. Well, actually, I did mess up. It did crash, so I had to redo it again. So it's more like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. A video that is gone. But we're going to try something new. Something I haven't really done before, but I've always been kind of curious to try. I don't have the recorded video, but I do have all of my recorded voice audio. So I'm going to attempt to see if, like, the stuff that I said will fit well here, because there's some, like, reactions that I had to cutscenes that are coming up that I think are really good, that I'd like to keep. So I'm going to attempt to splice them in where they fit. And so I'll end up switching between this commentary, what I'm doing right now, and the commentary I had back then, basically whatever I think is better. So just keep that in mind. If I say anything that doesn't quite make sense, it made sense originally, probably. It's unfortunate, but what happens next, and I got so upset when I realized I wasn't recording, because, like, what happens next is pretty good, like, over the next half hour. So I'll keep what I can, and anything I can't, you know, you'll just get this. Also, it might come out slightly speedrunner-ish, like I'm rushing, and that's probably because I am. You know, I've played through all of this like 3 times now. This will be the 3rd time, and I'm just trying to get through it at this point. So just be prepared for that. Apologies to anybody who gets annoyed by all that, but that is just how it's going to be today. I gotta say, even though I did hate the hacking section in the last one, this still sucks because of this one enemy here with these little bomb dudes. One hit killed me last time, and I'm not sure if that's because I was low on health or if that's just a normal thing he does. That really sucked. And then I ended up getting soft locked. I said it last time, but I'll say it now. I ended up getting soft locked, or at least crashing, something like that last time, where I didn't technically crash because I could still hear the game running. Like, I could run around and I could hear 9S running, and I could hear his attacks, and I could hear the enemy attacks, but I couldn't see anything because the game screen basically froze. So I had to redo it again, and that made me a little bit annoyed. But not as annoyed as finding out that I lost like half an hour of video footage. So sorry if I come across still a little annoyed. Hopefully I'll cut out the annoyed parts and keep all the old stuff. And I'm out of water. Let me grab some because I'm going to be talking a little bit, I'm sure. Alright, welcome back. I don't know how much old audio I'm going to end up using.
Model 210. Operator?
Maybe operators would be considered gods, or maybe it is just androids. But I think my theory was somewhat correct.
Oh no. So this operator model is...
Affirmative. Operator 210 volunteered to undergo Type B equipment transition during previous descent. Sent to front lines as Unit 21B. Recorded as missing in action 4 hours later.
No. Operator!
Coordinate data. Location specified. Please keep. Return. Mission related. One. Affirmation. Supplies.
If you get the timing right, it's not too bad. You gotta you can do one attack after you dodge. If I didn't have that overclock though, I bet most of this battle would be just the pod, really. Well, it's a good thing you're an android. You can't have families. Android scum. A robot. Oh, crap, no. Now I'm an android racist again.
Just wanting a family. It was so long.
That's a good old friend, A2. You're getting real into that, aren't you?
A2.
Oh, right, I remember I hate you.
2B told me. She told me she wanted you to become a good person.
You... Don't you dare talk to me about 2B!
What is this abomination of arms?
Where'd he go?
Analysis. Yorha Unit 9S is still alive. Query. Why would Unit A2 be concerned with the status of Unit 9S after turning on Yorha?
Shut up!
Are these the robots with the pails on their heads trying to carry the oil? What story purpose does this robot serve with the pail on his head? You know, I never made this joke last time, but this guy should be in that ARMS game on the Switch. He's got it. He's got it real good. See, interestingly enough, last time, this next cutscene that's about to happen just happened. I pressed nothing and it just happened. Now it looks like I have the option to do this. Contact initiated between Pod 042 and Pod 153. What's the matter, Pod 042? This protocol is not an interface intended for conversational use. Acknowledged. However, this pod is a confidential transmission for Pod 153. Understood. Begin transmission. An error has been detected in the transmission network between Pod 42 and Pod 153. Hypothesis. Said error is fragmented data caused by deterioration of the transmission environment. It may be so. However, it may also not be so. Message unclear. Clarification requested. After repeated information exchanges between multiple pods, an unexpected phenomenon has occurred. We pods have developed unusually protective feelings towards support targets 2B, A2, and 9S. Query. Could this be our will? Unknown. Definition of will is unclear. Will is the question of whether pods are capable of their own self-determination. Even if it were possible, such actions cannot be abided. Successful mission fulfillment is all that matters. Whatever the case, we tactical support units have a duty to see this through to the end. Duty? Heh. You sounded like an android just there. Agreed. But just as androids are influenced by humans, so are we tied to our creators. Perhaps. Pod 153. Do not die. The concept of death has no meaning to tactical support units. However, your expression of concern is appreciated. I also hope that you do not die, Pod 42. Yeah.
Physical check complete.
I love that answer,
Unit
yeah.
check complete. Maintenance mode complete. Yorha Unit 9S. Activate.